Alright, hello everybody and welcome. Wait, hold on. Alright, much better. Hello everybody and welcome to another Prehistoric Kingdom episode, news thing I guess, I don't know. So in today's video, we're going to be going over the new dev diary for Prehistoric Kingdom for February 2025. I've been slowly starting to creep into Prehistoric Kingdom again. I have my first speed build video coming out soon for the game, and I'm very excited for it. It just takes, I know it has been like 3 weeks since the last one, and I said I was going to start building, and I am. It just takes a bit to, first of all, get used to the mechanics of Prehistoric Kingdom, as well as it takes a lot longer to build than Planet Zoo, because you have scaling and a lot more objects, and I have to get used to it. And I want to build something that is up to par with the stuff I've built in Planet Zoo, so that alone takes a bit. But I am confidently saying that it looks really promising so far. I am almost done with it, so it should be out within the next week. But before we get into the speed build stuff, let's get into new stuff coming in for Prehistoric Kingdom in the upcoming weeks and months in the February 2025 dev diary. Now this one doesn't have as much as the January one did. The January one introduced a lot of new things like the first person mode, Paleobotany, and the baby dinosaurs. This update, or this dev diary, is more expanding on those topics from before. We see a lot more. I have already read through this on my own, but this one goes more in depth about the features we already learned about last time, mainly the ontogeny, or the babies, and the first person mode, the two main things I picked up on in this. So let's get right into this and waste no more time. Yeah, so this is just them thanking their Patreon, and they can confidently say mainly what I took away from this. For now though, Prehistoric Kingdom is not going extinct. So that means that basically the team is not losing money, that the game is not going to be cancelled anytime soon, which I know a few people were worried about. But that seems to be they're making money off of it, and also they have their Patreon going. But yeah, so it seems like their financial situation is doing pretty well, and I'm glad to see that they are not slowing down anytime soon. So this is the main thing. Ontogeny progress. This is basically how they've been handling the ontogeny since the last time we saw them. So it's been all hands on deck this last month bringing ontogeny for update 14. In terms of art, around 40 of the 58 babies are in advanced stages of completion. Most of the remaining production time will be spent on finishing their skins, animations, and sounds. So we get a full look at how many here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 species. I think a couple of these are very, very similar. You have 2 ceratopsians here. I'm pretty sure they're both triceratops, different patterns. And then you also see just the tips of the Parastherium and the mammoth, I'm assuming. But left to right here we can see we have the T-Rex here, and then Edmontosaurus, or a few Hadrosaurs. I think one of these two are the Parasaurolophus and the Coronosaurus. Then you have our Ceratopsians, which are Triceratops, and maybe something else, or just another Triceratops. This guy, which looks like the Dilophosaurus, the white little fuzzy Yeti guy, which I think is Dryosaurus, and then here, which is the Velociraptor, I'm assuming. Very adorable, very cute. So let's keep reading here. On the technical side, everyday presents a new challenge to overcome. Since we change the physical proportions of our animals as they grow, this has a huge impact on various animations like sitting and walking around. Our amazing programmers have been developing new tech to help support our seamless growth systems, allowing us to reposition the vertical offset of young animals while resting, rolling, and sleeping, reproject root motion to better sync movement speed to their new leg lengths, swap between knob mesh sizes as animals get bigger, prevent animals from growing if a space is too small, swap locomotion and key animations as animals age up. So they're going to have to swap animations. There's going to be certain animations I'm assuming they do as youths, and then there's going to be certain animations they do as adults. I'm assuming when we saw last time the T-Rex is roaring at each other in combat, we're probably not going to see that with a baby, with 2 baby T-Rexes. We're also improved the way we handle animal selection with an optimized set of colliders that scale and stretch based on age. This lets us keep the selection accurate regardless of an animal's current growth stage. So this is really interesting. I like seeing all these, I'm personally kind of interested in graphic design, game design, so it makes me interested to see all the different joints and stuff you have here with the model. And it's very in-depth here, and I'm very surprised at how they're handling the seamless growth, because it looks very good, and we're coming up on a video. We'll see how it's doing, but it looks really good. Free Patreon post, Ontogeny Audio. If you'd like to learn about how we're approaching audio for Ontogeny, be sure to check out a free blog post we put up on our Patreon last month. Dev chat, Ontogeny Audio. Okay, we don't have time to look at all of this. Yeah, this is mainly going over like the vocal animations of the vocal, yeah. Update 14's release window. This is what we're all wanting to know. When will we actually get our hands on this stuff? Once we've gotten Update 14 in a more playable state, we'll start to push early versions to the public testing branch on Steam. While we're not quite ready to begin this yet, you can expect to hear more next month as we get closer to Update 14's release window in late April. So it's not that bad. I know people are probably expecting like an update to come in like March, but seeing as this is a pretty big update, I feel like it releasing in April is probably fine. Alright, Update 14, Baby Animals. Again, we're kind of building on this even more this month. We're pleased to unveil even more babies. These are a bit of a handful of animals already shown on Patreon, so if you can't wait for Update 14, go check that out. So we have a bunch of basically pictures of the different babies. We have our Parasitheriums, which are looking absolutely adorable. I love them. Again, we have, I think this is our adolescent maybe, or is the full grown one? Okay, next up we have Parasaurolophus and Coronosaurus. These are the ones we saw earlier, with the different patterns and stuff. Very nice, like the black and white stripes. That's one almost kind of like a zebra. We have Dinosaurs, which I love this. I'm interested to seeing how they do this with Dinosaurs. They're like feathered ones, because we have it starting off with like it basically looks like just bare skin, with like maybe a very, very light coat of feathers, but then we have to see it transform into the full adult, which has like covered in feathers. So I'm wondering how that's going to look, and I'm wondering if that's what they may be working on right now, that we're going to see at the end of, or the next Dev Diary as they finish up. We have even more pictures. Beautiful. We have our Colodontas. We have our little, oh my god, that's adorable. That might be one of my favorite ones so far. I just love like the little rhino calf. It's amazing. Looks adorable. These guys, Dilophosaurus. Let's keep going. Dryosaurus. Love it. Velociraptors. I did see these on YouTube, one of their posts advertising the Patreon. They put this as the splash screen. These guys look absolutely adorable. It's amazing. And then finally we have another shot of the Velociraptors. Velociraptor babies. And it's interesting that this one's kind of like jumping in air. And I'm wondering if it's jumping onto the other one to maybe like play fight. Guess we'll see. We've also refined the Megaloceros. Alright. Again, I'm not reading these little blurbs and stuff because they're mainly just saying that these are new images of them. But yeah, they've refined it. I didn't even know we saw a screenshot of these guys last time, so I'm seeing these for the first time, but this looks amazing. Like the size comparison of these two is brilliant. Love it. Alright, and then this is what I really want to show off. To cap out the section, let's take a look at some of the seamless growth. So we have the transformation between baby and then slowly, again, increased speed of course, like it says, but we have it slowly transforming into its adult form. And then I think, well, we had also the Megaloceros for this. If we can just zoom past here, look at that. Awesome. Especially with like the horns and stuff, like really cool. Look at how they slowly grow. That looks so cool. Thanks to recent tech advancements, we're also taking the time to improve the visual differences of alternate species in Update 14, meaning correct proportions and more accurate shapes for many animals, such as the two Smilodon species. Below you see that populator is much more robust than Fatalis, with its bulkier build. Fatalis is sleek with a skinnier face, limbs, and reduced shoulders. We even gave it chic ruffs from the original concept art. So you can see the differences here. We have Fatalis, which is a lot skimpier, but these are both males, I believe. But we have like different subspecies almost. It's almost kind of like how you would have like two different kinds of elephants in the real world, and yet we have like African and Asian elephants. African elephants are a lot bigger, and Asian elephants are a lot smaller. Now again, that could be kind of also compared to like cats in general, but to this one specifically, it's kind of like it's very similar situation. We have one subspecies that's a lot bigger, and different patterns and different coating and different kind of facial structure. And I love that they're going down this path. They're going even more in detail, in depth, with how the creatures look, with how the animals look. And we see this again with the Camarasaurus, and these ones especially. If you look at, I think there's another shot of their face. Whoa, okay. Yeah, here we go, the faces. These are all the same species, and they're all different, like the kind of different skins, but they still have different facial patterns. In this one, you have like the more pronounced nostril chamber, I guess. This is personally my favorite. This one in the middle, it just looks really cool, like the skin, and also just adds even more to it. Like I already loved it, but even like the new facial kind of design looks even better than like before. I think the original one was the one on the right here, which is the one for all of them, but now they've kind of changed it up to do more with it. And then first person mode. I'm not going to read this too much, but the main takeaways is that people are really excited about the first person mode. I am as well. And while running around the park, players will be able to sit on benches, squats. So basically you'll be able to do a bunch of different actions, which is what I feel that the Planet Zoo first person mode and the Jurassic World Evolution 2 first person mode is missing. You can do a bunch of different little things like sitting on benches, swap between seats, look through binoculars, which is really good, and open and close gates to either enter habitats. Any music that's currently playing will also be given a radio-like effect. And you can see this, and they give us a little video of this. Enter first person mode. Absolutely amazing. And we can see the gates. Does it just open? Awesome. So cool. It's got to be up here. Yeah, we have the binoculars here. This is really exciting. I love this part because it actually feels like you're going through your zoo, and you can actually like look through binoculars and see them. And look at that! Look at the zooming in. Look at the zooming in. That is so good. I love that. And we can sit on benches and stuff. And oh yes, this is probably going to be my favorite first person gameplay or first person mode in any game so far. Speaking like simulation wise. And this is the part I really enjoy. Really enjoyed reading for the first time. Eventually, we'd love to include some simple park management gameplay and make animals respond to the player in first person. Animals respond. This is what I want to see. I want to see like somewhat like you getting too close to an animal and then it like maybe like kicks you or something, or like roars at you or whatever, or like maybe even chases you. I feel like that's a bit overstream, but giving you like a warning. That would be really good. I would love for something like that. But for update 14, we keep reading. We think this is already a lovely little feature. It helps to appreciate a park from new perspectives. Love the binoculars idea. I love the idea that they actually gave us the choice to do that because it's more than just putting them down. You can actually use them. And then there's just a bunch of gameplay changes. There's a bunch of small kind of things, almost like bug fixes or just display features or display fixes. The future, we got Paleobotany. Yeah, we have a bunch of new biomes coming with a bunch of new plants. I think I believe you find the coastal biome. Conifer throughout the Mesozoic elatides. This tree will come with a bunch of variations, including one that splits off into two trunks. That is interesting. We've never seen that in like Planet Zoo before. That would be really cool. Finally, here's a quick look at one of the oldest plants in the world, the cycad. And again, the Paleobotany stuff is not coming in the next update. It is probably coming maybe in the one after that. And we have community spotlight stuff by some lovely people. Love that. That looks really cool. And there you go. That is everything in the February's Dev Diary. I want to keep going with these in the future, so we'll probably showcase the March Dev Diary one next at the end of the month next month. I hope you all have enjoyed. I promise I have my own Prehistoric Kingdom video coming out soon for actually building something in the game. So anyway, with that, I hope you all have enjoyed. If you did, please hit the subscribe button. We are ramping up to 2,000 subscribers. And I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. We're only 30 away from 2,000. So fingers crossed we can get there soon. If you did enjoy the video and if you want to see other stuff like Planet Zoo, Prehistoric Kingdom, like the actual series coming up, and maybe Fall Guys or something like that, if you're interested in any of those kinds of games, then stick around, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, all that good stuff. I hope you all have enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys, have a great rest of your day.